Hi, welcome to theraV. Today I'm going to show you how to log in and use the platform. So you can access the platform directly from our website, theravnetwork.com, and go to this platform login in the top. I happen to already be logged in, so it brought me directly to the dashboard. But if you're not logged in, it'll take you to the login page, and then you'll be able to see the dashboard. So right now our dashboard has two tabs, this client list and appointments. This client tab is where you'll keep all of your client information and set appointments. To add a client, you click the green Add Client tab, input all of their information, and hit Save. When you hit Save, the client will automatically appear on the client list. From here, you can see the client's name, email address, phone number if you choose to add it, the last appointment that was scheduled, and the next appointment if you have already scheduled one. This is also the place where you will set appointments. So I will scroll down and make an appointment for myself so you can see how that is done. So to make an appointment, you just find your client's name and click Make Appointment. From here, you can title the class whatever you'd like. You can change the day and the time. The time zone automatically populates from the time zone you set into that client's profile. Duration, you will want to make sure that you set this accurately because it will kick you out. So I tell people if you have a family or client that likes to chat a little bit after session, then give yourself a little cushion. However, if you choose our pay-as-you-go model and you're paying per minute, let's say you schedule it for an hour, but then you're only actually in the session for 30 minutes, you will only be you will only be charged for that 30 minutes. The time you're charged for is the time you spend on with a client. So it'll track from the time that the client signs on with you and then end when both parties leave. You will want to click Use Telemeeting, although if you happen to forget, you will still have that link sent out. From this appointment tab, you can also attach files. So if you'd like to send homework or an informational page, you can do that now. It'll bring up your hard drive so you can navigate to wherever you have saved that document. And then on the client's end, it will show up as an attachment, just like it would in any other email. They'll be able to click that, print it off right away, or save it to their computer. When I hit Save Booking is when the email goes out. And then I come to my Appointments tab, and I can see that it has been scheduled right here. From here in the Appointments tab, you can send reminders for your patients by clicking Edit and then coming up to hit Send Notification. It will send the same exact email a second time, or you can choose to send as many reminders as you would like. And then I can come back to Appointments. If it is about session time and you log in, you will be able to see if your client has clicked on the tab in their email because this notice right here under waiting room will be green and say yes. So you'll know they have opened their email, they've clicked their link, and they are waiting in the waiting room. So to start the session, you would come here to Video to start the session. I will click on it now to show you what that looks like. I'm just going to turn off my camera for the sake of the video. So neither camera is on because I have mine off and there's nobody actually in the room with me. So my personal video, my picture would show up right here on the right-hand side. And when your client comes in, they will be on this large screen right here. So you can conduct your session as much as you like just with this audio-visual component. You'll notice in the left corner, there is session length and a timer. So when the other party joins me, the timer starts so I know how long the session has been going. And then of course, the end session button, if you click that, it will close out and both parties will be brought out of the room. So this is the first mode within our platform, the camera mode. And then you can open the whiteboard by clicking Open Whiteboard. From here, you can see that we have some tools available From the client side, they can see that the tools are available, but they don't have access to them. I have to give them that permission by clicking Give Control. So now they're able to click on these colors, which are pencils, and draw on the whiteboard. The circles underneath change the pencil width, so you can change the size if wanted. You can also bring in text, and once the text is in the classroom, you can click and drag it to wherever you'd like it to go. Same thing with our stickers. So you can bring in stickers and manipulate those as well. And these you can use for reinforcement, for visual schedules, for game board pieces. There are a lot of great uses for the stickers. And then we also have dice. And the dice is actually available to the client without giving them full control of all the other tools. So if I bring up the dice, I could take away control, and they can still roll the dice for themselves and participate in the game. So that's really great. I'm going to clear the page, and one other feature that we have is upload. So you are able to upload materials into the whiteboard and then use them. The way you do that is clicking this icon in the bottom left corner that looks like a cloud with an upward pointing arrow. And again, it brings up your hard drive. So wherever you have saved those materials, I'm just going to navigate to where I have saved my materials. It's going a little slowly. Oh, you know what? I might just pick this. Okay, so I have brought in a board game, and then for an example, I'll just bring in a sticker. So we start with our game piece on the game board, and then we could use the dice as well, and we can each take turns rolling. If you have a smaller game board like this, I suggest using just one of the numbers instead of both die. Just pick one. So say we'll use the first number or we'll use the second number, and then you can go through the game with that. You can also draw on top of it. So if you had an artic or a language activity, they could draw on the whiteboard and annotate however you would like them to. In our premium package, you have the ability to add multiple tabs to the whiteboard. So you can bring in multiple activities. You can also type on each board and do whatever you'd like with it, and then come back to the previous tab to review what you've worked on that session. So that is our premium model, which is 10 cents per minute. You can also, within this package, come in early and set up your session, and the materials can be saved for up to 12 hours. So you could prep and then leave and come back in when it's session time, and your materials will all be saved in there. The basic package just has one tab in the whiteboard, so you will bring in materials or work on an activity, clear the page before bringing in another activity. You won't be able to review as well as you would with the premium package, but as you saw, it doesn't take long to bring in materials, so there doesn't have to be a lot of lag time in between each activity. So that is the whiteboard and the features we have there. We also have screen sharing, which, just like many others, you can share, you access that by clicking the screen tab. And my client video, if you had a client on, the video would pop out so that you can see them at all times. But since I don't have a client video, it was just notifying me that I will not be able to see them. So when you click screen share, you can choose to share your entire screen or choose any one application that you have open. And that's usually what I recommend to do, simply because I might be utilizing something else on my desktop that I don't want them to see or have access to. And so I choose to just open one thing at a time and share one thing at a time. But feel free to utilize that as you will. You can share anything that you have open. It can be another web browser, it can be a Word document, a PDF, PowerPoint presentation, essentially anything that you have access to on your computer. So then we come back to the whiteboard, and then I'm going to end the session now by clicking End Session. And it confirms leave the session, yes. And then the last thing within our platform that I want to show you is your account information, which you access from the top right corner. This is where you will find all of your personal information, your username, and password. We do have part of our HIPAA compliance is logging out when you're idle. So you can set the time for that. And then you can also, if you use Google Calendar, you can also sync the appointments that you make on the platform to your Google Calendar so that they will show up on Google. You can also remove that at any time. From your account, you can also see your appointment history, the date, and the length of the session. And then you can also see your billing invoice. So it'll go week by week, and then you can click on the invoice. You can see the date, the time in which you use the platform, how many minutes, and how much you paid. You have access to that at all times. That is the theraV platform. I hope that you found this helpful, and if you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks so much.